Ellen Alden, and I'm from Andover, Massachusetts. And 5 years ago, I discovered in my attic 19 Civil War letters from my Irish immigrant great-great-grandfather, Florence Burke. And the letters were amazing enough to see that he was writing back to his wife. But when I explored even further, I discovered that my great-great-grandfather was actually a famine survivor from West Cork and from Skull near Skibbereen. So I took the letters and I took the journey all the way back, and I discovered that Florence and his wife met before they emigrated. They met when they were young, and they both were from the same town of Skull, and they married. And she left with her family, and on the way over and they took the boat from Cove, and on the way over, Ellen Burke's mother died and had to be tossed over, and they arrived in Boston. But Florence Burke waited a full year with his family, and in 1848 he went through Cove too, but he went and arrived in New York City, in Staten Island. And his brother, who he traveled with, he was 17 at the time, and his brother was 19. His brother stayed in New York City and became later part of Tammany Hall. But Florence Burke wanted to go and reunite with Ellen, so he went to West Springfield, Massachusetts, where in Ireland he was a tenant farmer, and in his first job in America in West Springfield was also as a tenant farmer. But he wanted to reunite with Ellen, and he did, and they were married, and they had 2 sons and a daughter, but they remained very, very poor. So he thought in 1864, some wealthy man approached him and said, "I've been conscripted. I have been drafted for the American Civil War, but I know that you need money and land. Would you take my place in war? I'll give you $300, and I'll give you a parcel to use towards a parcel of land that I own." And as a desperate man wanting the American dream, which would be owning land, to help his family, Florence Burke, in 1864, took his place and joined the Union Army as a soldier on the front lines. And so I wrote a book about this because it was amazing. The letters that go back and forth were incredible. How you could tell that he was there just as he didn't care about the political era that was going on. He didn't care about winning a trophy. He just wanted to get back to his family and to have them get a better life. So I actually, inside the leather box that I found in my attic, were these 3 tintype photos. And one is from when they just arrived in Staten Island. He's in the center. He's 17 years old, and that's Florence Burke, and you can tell how thin and his clothes. He was very poor, arriving without his parents, just his brother and his cousin. And then in 1864, when he went to Virginia, that's Florence Burke at age 35, and he left behind his wife and 3 children to fight, and then that is their baby. So the letters that I have here have actually been donated to Boston College, and they exist right in this very building at the John J. Burns Library. And here the letters, which like this one is in pencil, the letters will be professionally restored and preserved and archived and digitized, so they'll be around and available for people to view at any time through either coming in or just through their laptop. So that's the story. And here's my book. It's called Yours Faithfully, Florence Burke. And this is how he signed every one of his letters back to his wife Ellen and their 3 children. So it's available on Amazon. Thank you very much.